Welcome back to the channel. This is Toad 2 Bravo, and we've got something special on the table here. We'll just do a quick pan around to some of the other bits, pieces, and parts we have laid out here. But what we have is an Ebox Dragster. Now, been really excited about these ever since I saw them. Watched a bunch of videos on them, did some reading on it, and really excited to get our hands on one of these. This is not one of the new Keller combos that have come out for late February. This is one of the older models. This is the all black one, and I think these are like $200 cheaper than the new ones that they've got coming out, the different color schemes. So we jumped on that, really excited to have gotten this, and I spared you guys the unboxing because that's kind of boring. I mean, it was boxed fairly well. Heavy-duty cardboard with a lot of buffer cardboard packed in there with it. There are some scuffs where the handlebars were. I don't know if that'll focus. Yeah, right there. There are some scuffs right there from where the handlebars were zip tied up against the frame there. You can see where those rubbed and scuffed the black, which kind of sucks, but I guess it is what it is, you know. So it's not perfect, but it's not bad. So we're going to go ahead and bring you guys along for the assembly of the Ebox Dragster. Let's get started. Owner's manual. Do they have assembly instructions in here, or is it just intuitive? Let's see. No, we got assembly instructions. So we've got everything we should have. Assembling illustrations and instructions. So, handlebars. Step 1. Alright. So, it looks like I just set these in. I didn't get that on camera, so I literally just took the nuts off the bottom of that, and each side of that looks like it is, man, I keep dropping those, 2 washers and 1 nut, and it is a nylon nut. So let's see what we get. Now, we need to adjust the handlebars 6mm. Jeez, oh Pete, maybe not. Wow. Wow, from the factory. Well, that one's not so bad. Holy mackerel. Whoever did this one, he was pissed off. Wow, that was tight. That one's ridiculously tight. Alright, so now that's crooked. Let's see if we can get that up. Right there. Tighten this back down. And that one's good. There you go. So again, that was 6 millimeters. All right, so back to the manual. We got those all tightened. What's next? Move the handlebar to a comfortable riding position, then tighten all four. Locate the stainless steel loop brackets, button head bolts, and wing nuts required for assembly. Attach the loop brackets to the fork legs between the top and bottom of the rubber stop. That's down here. And locate the button. Alright, so that's the number plate. That's next. So, I believe, if I am not mistaken, let's double check because it looks like be somewhere in here. So let's take whatever warning sticker off here we have to take off. Huh. There we go. That's right, there's one. I guess we gotta get this one. Two. And I think all of these kind of got to sort this out, don't we? Front and rear brakes. These are front brakes. These are rear brakes. So those would go like that. So where's this go? I haven't quite figured that out. That may be up in here. So let's rotate. Let's try to figure out I don't know if I like that. I guess we'll remove that tape. We'll mount that there for the time being. You can see everything. There we go. So it looks like we've got brakes go up front, and we have some more stickers to take off, or sticker covers, protective film. Alright. Megalith race products. Never heard of Megalith, but that's fine. So apparently this, and we need to, this is actually steel or aluminum, or this is metal. The number plate is metal. That's kind of nice. if we can get it peeled off. There we go. See if we can get it. Eight 818 is our number. And I think that this goes right in here somewhere. Right. So I think this goes like this, and this goes like that, and I think these two items here, they go through here like that, like that. And then we take, which way makes the most sense? I think like that. Maybe we got it. There we go. All right, there's one. Certainly seems pretty secure. Now we just need to make it straight on the front. There's that right there. Alright. So there is that. Let's trim these up. And we can always move and adjust. Just so you guys know, if you are interested, out of the box, this was charged to 76%. In the event that someone was curious, 76% was the charge on this. Alright, so next is the wheel. Right there. Okay. And I am going to look at the instructions. Alright. This will either work or it won't. There we go. Alright, look at that. It did work. And it spins very well. Like that. There is that. What are the bolts for? Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this 3 of them? There would be 1. And there would be 2. That looks right. There we go. Alright, there you go. Holy macaroni, huh? I'll do this while we're at it. That looks nice. So we got to tighten these up. Let's see what we've got. Too big, too small. Okay, we need something for the back here. Alright, 17 it is. Followed by a, there you go, followed by a 3. There is our foot peg. So, I think, for all intents and purposes, we could probably cut that on and just see if it functions. Pelted in the face. I don't even know what that was. Kicking all kinds of stuff up. Alright, well, we have a functioning bike. That is always a good thing. Time for the seat. There's that. Alright, seat's on. What's left? Really, I have these 2 things. I'm thinking those go there. Maybe. And that makes sense. But these would go here. Like that. Alright, so we've got her all wrapped up. Let's go ahead and talk about what we found that was kind of, not 100%, maybe due to shipping or something of that nature. So we've got some scuffs on the frame there, and that is where the handlebars were zip tied. Of course, they were packaged in bubble wrap and such, but they still were able to rub and create a mark there on the frame. That's where the handlebars attached. You'll see some bits and pieces and nicks there. If you come around to the back here, you'll see where one of the stickers was not applied correctly. Looks a little sloppy. Rotate around. See if there's anything else that jumps out at us. Don't really see anything on this side. Little bubble and the number sticker there. Come back around. Aggression. Max speed. Looks like the battery sticker's a little crooked. We did have some paint imperfections in there. You can see it's real dull on the inside of the triple tree, or the double tree, or whatever the hell that is, inside the neck assembly there. It's really dull. There's some marks on the handlebars right there. I think there were some over here too. I mean, this could be nitpicky stuff, but I mean, you are paying a lot of money for this. It's a lot of money to me. So overall, I think that wraps it up as far as things that weren't, 100%. So let's talk about some of the small things that I've not heard anybody talk about in, let's get back into focus there, in any of the other videos. If your brakes aren't 100%, if they're too spongy for you, I've adjusted these. These still seem a little spongy. So if you feel that your brakes are a little spongy, you can grab your, I think it's a 2.5 millimeter. Let's double check. Nope, that is too big. We need to grab our 2 millimeter. So we need to grab our 2 millimeter, and there is an adjustment screw right here. Okay, so right where you see our 2 millimeter Allen wrench, there's a screw that goes clockwise or counterclockwise, and that screw is used to adjust the bite of your brakes, lessen the mush, firm it up, or reverse. So if we turn clockwise, firms it up a little bit. That's not too bad right there. Of course, you're going to want to validate that. Make sure nothing's rubbing. So to recap, brake adjustment screw right there. You can also bleed your brakes if there's a problem with that and the brakes are squishy, or you think you might have some air bubbles in there or what have you. You can do a brake bleed from right here, in case no one covered that. So you do have quite a bit of brake adjustment with these hydraulic brakes. You got front and rear hydraulic brakes on the bike. You can see there. You've got the rigid front end. Obviously the battery location right there. You got foot pedal locations here and here. I think this is comfort and this is wheelies, if I'm not mistaken. We'll cover this all again. You've got a phone charging station or a camera charging station, on and off switch, emergency stop. You've got aggression, speed, and battery. So if I turn this on, you'll see we have 100% battery. And in order to go anywhere, you have an on and off switch here. So you can kill the bike up there also. Very nice throttle, very comfortable grips. I like the grips, nothing wrong with that. You may want to, I don't know, we haven't ridden it yet, the weather hasn't permitted that, but the handlebars seem kind of wide. I'm almost thinking that you might want something like a mini bike handlebar setup like that in front of us right there. And I'm thinking that might be more comfortable. We do need to air up the tires. That's why you see the gauge down there. We have to put those up to 7. I believe that's 7 PSI that we have to adjust. And another thing I noticed is the kickstand should have been shorter, because it doesn't take much to bump this and then it wants to tip the other direction. I think that kickstand should have been a little more at an angle so the bike is less likely to tip. The seat's very comfortable. I like the seat a lot. I could see utilizing these dragster seats on some mini bike builds. I think that would be pretty cool. The seat is 19 inches front to back, so it's a lot like the Rascal GTS seat in size. I think that's 18 or 19 inches also. Overall, I've sat on the bike. It is very comfortable. I think it's going to be a blast to ride. Is there anything else I can touch on besides those brake adjustments that I shared with you guys? Peg adjustments. You will have to obviously zip tie all your wiring and such up underneath there, so it gives you a more clean look from the side, so you don't have a bunch of stuff dangling down. There are options for different tires. So, you know, the old style, I think there was a white, a yellow, a gray, and a black. Might have been some others, but that's what I saw out there as far as the old models. And I think there was 2 with street tires and 2 with the off-road tires. These are the off-road tires. I think the off-road tires for our application, because we're going to, obviously we're not going to take it in mud and such, but we're going to take it in grass and you know, hard packed dirt, and I think this tire would be more appropriate than the street tire. We'll see. Your mileage may vary, but overall I do like it. It's a sharp looking bike. It's going to be a blast, I think, as long as it's dependable. The front end is very stocky, by the way. It's a beefy front end. So this is Tow 2 Bravo, and this was our Ebox Dragster initial video. I hope you guys liked it. I think the next time you see this bike, we'll have it out on an initial run. I think we'll rig up a 360 camera as well as a GoPro on the helmet, and we'll get this out on the road on our first appropriate day that it's not snowing like it is today, and just give you guys some initial impressions on this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is Tow 2 Bravo, and I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and we'll get some more Ebox content out. We'll get some more Ebox Dragster content out there as soon as weather permits.